Hello, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to our webinar in which we'll discuss how Article Galaxy references can elevate the way your team collaborates, organizes, and innovates in the world of research. Thank you so much for joining our webinar this morning. Let's dive right in. Just a brief overview of what we're here to talk about today. So in just a moment, I'll be introducing our speaker, who you can already see on the call. From there, we'll talk about some of the challenges that we know of that research teams are facing today. Of course, always happy to hear anything that we're missing. And then really the heart of the webinar today will be the live demo of Article Galaxy references, and then we'll have dedicated time for your questions. So definitely feel free to add your questions as they come up down on Zoom below where it says Q&A. Just know that we'll have the dedicated time at the end to answer them. Okay, with that being said, I'd like to introduce you to Juan Avila. He's a product manager at Research Solutions and really our expert all things Article Galaxy references. Welcome, Juan.
Thanks, Julia, for having me here. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Thanks.
Awesome. And my name is Julia Heason. If you don't know me already, I'm on the marketing team at Research Solutions, and I'll serve as your moderator. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the chat. I'll be monitoring that closely. Okay, so before we begin, I thought I'd highlight some statistics. So a survey, which also I can share with you the link if you like it. The survey found that 27% of researchers admit to inadequate record keeping related to research projects. And as you can imagine, this really leads to slower and more costly research with duplicated efforts. The challenges that we hear from our customers really don't end there. Research teams also face, as you can see, for example, information overload with over 2 million new articles published annually. Those are masses. Fragmented access systems that slow discovery, inefficient article spending that drains budgets, and literature storage systems really that hinder collaboration. And today our idea is to show you how Article Galaxy references addresses these challenges head on with a unified platform that is specifically designed for modern research teams. If I'm missing any challenge that you're facing that is not covered here, definitely feel free to share that in the chat. We'd love to read it. Okay, and then last thing for me before I hand it over to Juan is I'll pull up a poll here. We'd love to know, okay, I'm really bad at speaking and doing at the same time. Okay, just pulled up the poll here. We'd love to hear about your experience with Article Galaxy. Are you currently using Article Galaxy, using Article Galaxy references with Article Galaxy, or maybe your first time on here today and you're not really sure what we're talking about yet, which is absolutely fine. Just to know, and then we can tailor the demo even more to your experience. Okay, let's give you all just another moment here. I can already see the votes jumping up and down here. Okay, I think we've got everyone. Let's see, and I'll share the results with you all. Okay, awesome. So it looks like most of you actually are not using Article Galaxy and Article Galaxy references today, which is definitely great to know. And then we have a few that actually do use Article Galaxy or even references. Perfect. This is great. Thank you so much for filling that out. And then with this being said, Juan, the floor is yours.
Alrighty, so that's my cue. So just bear with me while I bring my screen up. Oh, it seems that you need to stop sharing your screen, Julia.
There you go.
Okay.
My bad.
Thanks. No, no worries. Fine. Just technical difficulties. Here we are. All right. So I guess we can see ourselves now. All right. Great. Awesome. All right. So apologize for that clunky transition, everyone. but we're ready to roll. All right, so again, thank you everyone for attending this webinar today. It's been almost a year. I don't know if you can see this. Hey, this bar that is getting in the way all the time. So where was I? Okay, so it's been almost a year since we've done a AG references webinar. So here we are. I hope you enjoy it and find it useful today. Some of you might have noticed a slight change in our look and feel, and that's because we recently released a new side menu with a narrow design that increases real estate in the UI and will help with the overall UX, especially for those users with small monitors or low resolution. Anyway, let me set the stage a little bit before I dive into our today's agenda. I saw on the poll that there are people in the audience today that might not be familiar with Oracle Galaxy, and that's why I prepare a summary about what Oracle Galaxy is. So you can see it here right now. It's what I have on my screen right now. And Oracle Galaxy is our main product from Research Solutions, and it really focuses around helping users discovering literature and doing things like searching for content and helping those users acquire that literature at the lowest possible cost. Doing things like finding articles wherever they may be, finding open access articles, helping organizations like yours surface content that you're subscribed to from any publisher, things like this. I can showcase this real quick. So I have already a convenient DOI here. So if I look up for it, this is the actual DOI that I'm looking for. And as you can see here, the system is recognizing because my settings on my account, the way my account is configured, it's finding it in one subscription from this publisher, from Nature. So I have another quick example. If I look for another thing, another DOI in this case, which I also convenient have ready. If you see here, now this particular article, the system is identifying it as a part of my token package. This is also that, of course, it can be configured depending on your account's preferences, on your subscriptions, all of that. That's one of the value propositions from Article Galaxy. So as you can see, we also help organizations to manage, collaborate around this literature, and this is exactly what Article Galaxy References does, which I will speak more about in a few seconds. So to recap, Oracle Galaxy is our web solution to allow users to search, acquire, and manage scientific literature, all in the same platform, everything under the same room, as Julie already mentioned before. Now, switching gears, what is Oracle Galaxy References, or AGR for short? It's a module of proprietary software, a tool that will help you discover and acquire articles. You can also do that in AGR, by the way, but also manage and collaborate and share all your scientific literature in one place. It is more than a references manager tool, actually, and it's specially designed for enterprise organizations, and it really is an add-on from Oracle Galaxy. That is why I think it was worth mentioning the Oracle Galaxy summary a moment ago. Our main value proposition for your organization is that every article you acquire through Oracle Galaxy will be seamlessly accessible through AGR2. So you can have peace of mind that your acquired literature is copyright compliant through your company PDF library right here, and makes it easier and effortlessly managing your literature and share and collaborate with your colleagues around these articles. Now, without further ado, let me start this demo and showcase some of the key features. It's impossible to wrap everything AGR does in 30-ish minutes, so I will try to keep it simple. I will try to leave, of course, time for Q&A. So I'll try, like I said, to be concise with my demo. And let me start by explaining the AGR UI layout. So first, I'm going to click here. It's going to take me to the references UI. So it's coming up. As you can see, we have two main sections. The left-hand side displays another two subsections. The top one is meant for search and discovery, and below that, we got the folder section, a classic, well-known folder structure to organize your literature. We have personal folders, we have subfolders, as you can see here, diary and peanut, and we have smart folders and company share folders. Of course, share folders. I will talk more about them in a few moments. The right-hand side section is where everything else is displayed and is basically where you will work the most. Well, we like to call it the grid. I'm going to start demoing some of the basic tasks now, but let me first explain what the company PDF library is, because you might be questioning yourselves like, what the hell is the company PDF library, right? So it is is your organization's biggest asset, as it has your company own literature. You can start by searching for articles right away in this UI, or you can simply drag and drop articles into your folders. If you don't have any, you can create one. So in this case, I'm going to show you real quick how we can create a folder. I'll just use November demo. Here you can place you can set a description to it. This is something, by the way, I like to mention that it's been probably a year since we made a AGR webinar. So we have added some new enhancements, some new features that we've released. And this folder description is something that we released probably arguably about more than a half a year ago. It's something that came from actual end users feedback. They were asking to have this. I mean, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a few more seconds. I'm not good at multitasking, so bear with me. So I'm going to put just a folder to my demo, so I can create it. And you can see here, I have it now under my folders. Even if I go and hover on my demo, on my folder demo that I just created, it will show the description, just a folder to my demo. Why this is important? Because before we release this, a lot of users, they needed to actually go into a folder to see what they had in it. So by doing this, we can just show, right, what maybe, or what the content of the actual folder is. So that's it. Now I'm gonna, as you can see here, my new November demo folder, it's empty. I can start adding citations and even PDFs right away. There are some ways that I can do this. I can do a single citation. I can enter manually the information. I know that probably that would not be that efficient. So I can enter a DOI upon my ID, click the get citation, and it will automatically bring the metadata and fill out the information. So there's another way, multiple citations. I can import RIS and B files, and B files will support the B files, the PubMed format. So in this case, I'm going to just show you. I'm going to go again to my company PDF library. Remember, this is the articles that I have available to work with right away. I don't have to order them again. This is part of my company's assets. So in this case, I'm just going to use some of them. I can click on them. I can use Control and click on them to select them, or I can use Shift and select multiple at once. So let me just grab another one. I think that'll do. I'm gonna click drag and drop into my November demo folder. Okay, now I will go into my November demo folder, and there they are. Now I can start working with them. So I'm gonna just start explaining this layout. As you can see here on the far left hand side, you can see here a paperclip indicator. That means that this particular citation or all of this, as you can see, all of them have a paperclip, which indicates there is a PDF attached to it. So basically, it's just letting you know this has attachments. In this case, it's the actual PDF. As you can see here, it's showing the PDF thumbnail. So you can easily, if you are familiar with the PDF, you can easily recognize it, just having a glance on the PDF thumbnail. So in this case, you can see here on the right side, it opens another right panel, which useful information. We display the whole citation information, title, authors, publication, volume, pages, DOI, public ID, if there's any, a citation badge. And basically what this does, it's an integration that we have with our sister company site, and it shows how this particular citation or document, this article has been cited by other colleagues. So in this case, there are 6 other article citing publications. No one is supporting at this moment. This one probably is a really new. No, it's not a new. It's a 2014, but no one is supporting this yet. And 8 are mentioning this particular article. It shows an abstract. I can create also, I already mentioned, I can create subfolders, tags. I will show you how this works. So this is really cool, and I think it's going to help you a lot to organize or your literature. I'll get back to that in just a few seconds. I'll show you the edit section. I click on the edit section. As I showed you before, it shows you the metadata. So basically, you can here edit the abstract, add anything else you want. I mean, language, publisher, etc. And now I will go to the custom fields. This is another really cool feature that we released. It's been a while ago. This was also thanks to actual feedback from end users. We had some conversations with a lot of you in this case, and that's how we came with this new feature. I'll show you how it works. So in this case, because it's a brand new folder, I don't have any personal custom fields. As you can see, we show a folder. This is the personal level, and then a global custom fields. In this case, these custom fields, these global custom fields, they are created by the administrator. So an administrator can create, say, a template that your organization uses. He can create it, and this will be displayed across the whole organization, the whole universe of users. They will see these custom fields. As I said, these global, they can be created by the administrator of the account. I will not, because I can start creating here. I just create one just to demo this. I'll show you in another folder that I have prepared how this can work, or how this will help you. So in this case, you can create anything you want. You can select from 3 different types of custom field. We had input text, which is basically a text box, a drop-down menu, and a multiple selection. So in this case, I'm just going to create, say, multiple selection, right? Probably this is not going to be the best example. I have another useful for you. Don't worry about it. This is just for informational purposes. Say that you want to create something that with color, right? And I can create black as option, red, and white, right? So this will be displayed for the whole folder. So in this case, say for this particular citation that using biplanar fluoroscopy, I can select the black color. It will save my option. Now for this one, neuropathic pain, I can select the red color. and so on. I'll show you how it works with this other folder that I have prepared. It has more real life scenarios. So let me show you how it works, how you can use them to manage and search for your literature. I will, as you can see here, this is a way more, let's call it a way more real life folder. As you can see, I have a bunch of indicators. I will explain to you what are those, but I want to focus first on the custom fields. So I'm gonna click on this one. I'll click on this particular one because it has a custom fields indicator. You can see here, this icon represents the custom fields. So it means this particular citation has custom fields attached to them. So as you can see, I can choose, or I already have some actions selected here. So as you can see, I have a country. I can select from Argentina, USA, Mexico. I have a department, HR, finance, research, trial type, screening, prevention, pilot study, dosage, 10 mgs, 3 mgs, etc. So I can start, filling this information. So for example, this one, milk and dairy products, it doesn't have anything. So I can start by selecting, for example, Argentina, department. Let's choose finance, trial type, screening, dosage, 30 mgs. Hit save. Again, Argentina. Whatever. I mean, this is not really important. I don't want to spend much time here. So I want to show you how now it works. You can search for them. So in this case, I have, as you can see, I already have some data. Just to have another Argentina. Here we go. So now we have this little button that's basically the filter. So I can search by custom field. So say that I want to only see my citations with the country Argentina. So I'm going to click filter results, and there they are. These are the ones that I just tagged or marked with that custom field. So that way you can use the custom fields to manage and to organize and to search for your literature. I mean, that's one method, of course. Okay, now I'm going to show you. I'm going back to my November demo folder. I want to show you how we can tag stuff. So let's say that I'm going back to article details. See here that you can also create subfolders right from here. Also create tags. So let's say that I'm going to add a tag this to a fluoroscopy. I hope I'm typing this, no typos on it. There is. Yeah, there is. Sorry about that. But now, all right, so as you can see here, I already created a tag for it. I can create, say, because this is really simple, right? I only have 7 records. But imagine that you have like 50 or 60 records on them. And it was really also painful to add tags one by one. So also what we released, I mean, probably also like 5 months ago. And this is again, because I keep mentioning this because we really like to listen to our end users feedback. So this was part of it. So we like to call it you speak and we'll listen and we deliver. So in this case, imagine that I have, like I said, 50 records, right? And I want to add another tag, not this one with a typo on it. Let's say that I want to, okay, let's say that I'm just trying to think of a good tag example. It's lesion is gonna do. So let's say that I imagine that I'm selecting 50 or probably 40 out of those 50, right? If I can just right click on it. Context menu is gonna appear. It's gonna show me add tag, create a new tag. I can add the tag. And you see that it's magic. Now it has this indicator that means that these particular or these annotations, they have tags on them. So if I click on them, you will see it will show the deletion tag. It's that easy. So as you can see, I think it's also super useful. So of course, you can just, if I expand this, it's going to show you the text on them. So you see this one that I can stand a typo. Sorry about that. Whereas you can see here, you can also, correct the names in case you mistype anything. And in this case, you can click on them and it will filter out by tags. So in this case, if I click deletion, it's going to show me the citations that I just tagged with this deletion tag. Okay, so I'm go back now to Article Galaxy. So I will show you how this seamlessly connects with AGR. So let me grab another DOI that I have here. I want to search for it. I have it here. I mean, I could order it right away from open access. I will do that in a few moments. But what I like to show you is that I can easily save it to any reference folder. So modal appears. It shows me where I can save it to. So basically it shows the folders, my share folders, my company share folders, and subfolders. In this case, I'm going to select the one that I just created, the November demo. I'm going to hit save. So it's going to be carried out to my November folder now. It's called peripheral neuropathy in patients with multiple sclerosis. So if I go back to references now and go into my November demo, you see here, this is the one that I just added from Article Galaxy. I can start working with this right away. And as I can see, I also can order it from here. And as you see, it's just really magic. If I click Open PDF, this is something that I will talk more about in a few more seconds too. This annotation save options, which is basically asking me if I want to have a copy of this PDF on my references folder on the current folder. Right now, I'm going to select current folder. And as you can see here, I can start annotating right away. I mean, I have many options to start annotating with. In this case, for example, I can highlight, I can underline, I can strike out, I can add notes here. I can add text. And I have a freehand option that I can just, for example, circle stuff. And as you can see, now this is another annotations. This is another indicator. Just because I just annotated the PDF, it now shows another icon with this little pencil on it, where it's indicating that I have annotated this this document, this PDF. So now you can also, I could say that I want to share this folder with someone. I can click the little gear icon here and bring up the context menu. I can click sharing. As you can see here, I I can start sharing this with a specific person here in my organization. In this case, I could share it with Chris Agud. The cool thing about this is that you can give roles to your shareholders, so you can have them have different access levels, such as viewer, administrator, or owner. And basically, as what this means is the viewer, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. People, if you share this with this access level, they can only view the folder. They cannot add anything else. Administrator, they can add stuff, but they cannot delete the folder. And the owner, if you have selected, for example, Chris as the owner, he could also delete stuff, add stuff, and delete the whole folder. Also, as you can see here, you can create, you can manage. I will show you right now how you can create one. I will not do it because it's gonna take me a long time. I mean, not a long time, but I know that we are on a pretty tight schedule here. But also you can create user groups. For example, I have this San Diego research team. I can just click on this invite group, and it will share it with all the people in that group. I'll show you right now. So let's say that I want to share it with the San Diego research team. I can launch the administrator from here. So as you can see here, I have two different user groups right now. In the San Diego research team, I have 3 people on them. If I click on edit, it will show me the people they are on this San Diego research team. So for example, let's say that I want to add Chris Agud. Here we go. And now this folder, and as you could see, I don't know if you noticed this, but the November demo folder moved to the share folder section. So right now, the San Diego research team, they all have access to this November demo folder. Okay, now that covers just the basic functionality of AGR, and you can go that's cool, Juan. Not impressed. Now I will demo the most advanced features that will help you and your organization with actual article management and collaboration you're looking for. Now let's talk first about universal search, and this is meant to be a search engine within AGR. So for example, I'll go back to my company PDF library. Well, actually, I can do it. I mean, from anywhere. That's hence the name of universal search. I mean, I don't need to click on company PDF library. So I will do it right now. I mean, I'm gonna type for radiotherapy. I'm gonna hit enter, and it's gonna open this new UI, which I will explain in a moment. So basically what it's doing right now, it's looking the discovery tab is just querying Crossref for this particular or this keyword. I know it's a really broad keyword, so that's why there's a lot of probably not that useful information. But the cool thing about this is that you can navigate through these tabs. So if I click on company PDF library, it will query my company PDF library, and it will show me items that matches this query. I will do another more elaborated query in just a few more moments. Let's say that, probably this one. Yeah, I think, sorry about that. I mean, I do prepare for this, but I was trying to look for a really good example for you. So I think this will work. If I click to go to citation, it's gonna take me to the exact record on the PDF library. So from here, I can drag and drop it to any folder. I can save it. I can order it in case I don't have it. I mean, of course, I have it because I have it in my PDF library. I can work with it. I can open it. But what I want to show now, I'm going to copy and paste the title here. I'm going to hit enter again. So what it's doing now, it's gonna do an exact match for this, in this case, phrase. The discovery option, as I told you, is querying cross-ref. So the top one, that would be the exact match. But the important thing here, and my point here, what I'm going with this, is that you can query, as I said, of course, it's going to be in my company PDF library because I know I just got the title from there. But the cool thing is that you can look for other places. If we have, or do you own, is there any citations matching this query? In this case, if I go to my references, I have it in my references. I'll talk more about in a few more moments. But basically what it does, it's there in my references because I ordered it before. If I go to my folders, I don't have it anywhere. So I think this is a good example. So for example, from my references, I can just drag and drop it to my November demo folder. So now, if I click on my folders, just bear with me a few seconds. Right there. Yeah, I was actually selecting the wrong, by the way. That was my fault. I was selecting my folders when in reality, it moved to the share folder. So as you can see here, this is the one that I was just looking for. So it shows me in which, in this case, in which folder, yeah. Sorry about this. It will show me the location. So it's letting me know this citation, it's on the November demo folder. Same with share folders. I have it in the company share folders. I will talk more about this too. So as you can see here, it will show you narrow down your search and help you find everything you need using our universal search. Okay, now moving forward, I'm going back to references now. We offer our RSS feed reader. So you can create RSS feed links. You can stay up to date with the most new literature. So in this case, as you can see here, I have already 4 of them. Let's say that I want to, I will show you, I'm going to pop in here, radiotherapy. I'm going to query appointment for radiotherapy. I can easily create an RSS feed link. I will copy this, go back to references. Going back to my feed, I will click and add new RSS feed. I'm going to copy and paste the URL, and I'm going to give it a title. There you go. As you can see here, it depends on the cadence. These RSS feeds are updated. As you can see, they're mostly are updated. I mean, every day. I could tell, as you can see, all of them, all the 5 that I have set up already on my feeds, they have new data on them. So you can stay updated with the most recent discoveries or the most recent literature. Also, it's something that I almost forgot to mention. You can select notifications. So for example, for this radiotherapy RSS feed that I just set up, I can, by default, it's on off, but I can turn it on. And I can set the frequency I want to receive notifications on. So in this case, let's say that I want daily to receive an email, just letting me know that there are new items added to the RSS feed. So I'm going to click save. And there you go. You can configure these notifications. So you can decide if you want to receive a weekly or a daily email, as you wish, as you prefer. Okay, now I know that I'm moving super fast, but I know we are tight on the schedule again. So going back to my references, and the main concept behind this folder is that every order you get delivered will be shown here, and you can start pre-working on it, annotating, making notes, etc. And then you can move whatever you need. It's a sort of a pre-work folder, but you can also add more citations if you wish. So for example, if I, again, going back to the November demo, say that I really want to work with this one that it's called seafood allergy, I can move it to my references. I want to click on my references. By the way, as I mentioned before, this is the one that I just ordered it like probably 5 minutes ago. It went also to my references. So there are two copies right now. One on my references and another one that I moved or that I ordered it in the November demo. So I have two copies of this. And also that I probably forgot to mention is that don't worry about it. There is another copy on your company PDF library. So if I click on my PDF library, it's going to also show that article that I ordered 5 minutes ago. And remember that I annotated it, which is this one, peripheral neuropathy. It doesn't have any annotations on the company PDF library. It remains intact, I mean, a clean copy. So anyone else that needs to work with this PDF and you haven't shared with, they can work with it in a fresh copy. All right, so that's my references folder. As you can see, it's almost like a regular folder. The only difference is, of course, because it's a personal my references folder, you cannot share this one. You can add the other, you can use the other features that I just showed. So this is my references folder. Now, moving to the smart folders and share folders. Okay, let me click right here on the smart folders. This feature helps you create queries, say a topic that you're interested in. You set up a smart folder, and the beauty of this is that no matter inside your organization, if anyone really orders or acquires an article that matches your query, it will show also in the smart folder. I'll show you how it works in a sec. They also can become share smart folders. How it works, I'll show you. Remember, you can build a query. So going back to the company PDF library, so I can use our search builder. So let's say that I want something that has radiotherapy in the title from the year 2024. You can see here that there are two items currently in the company PDF library that is matching this query, but I can save it as a smart folder. So what it do, so I'm gonna create a as I see here, I can also make it a share smart folder. I will just hit create a smart folder. So I just set it up. So what it's gonna do now, what I tried to explain, and probably I didn't do a really good job. It's basically when someone on my organization, let's say that Julia orders something from that has radiotherapy on the title and it matches the publication year of 2024, it will go directly to this radiotherapy from 2024 folder. So I can start working on it. So it leverages anyone ordering articles. You can leverage for your research. You can leverage those articles too if you are interested in a certain topic, so a particular topic. Okay, now company share folders. You see them here at the very bottom. You see two of them. And as I said, I almost forgot about this. There are essentially folders that can be used by the whole organization. They can be created only by admins. And only what I mean by this is that only admins can add content, or they can be read or write, or they can be read only, which it means it's a repository of citations and articles that, again, the whole organization can have access and work with. I know that we're almost on time, so I'm going to try to speed up. The folder deduplication. As part of the pro features, we offer a deduplication in folders. I'll show you how it works. Same, I'm going back to my November demo. Let me showcase this really quick. So I'm going to add, no, I think it can use duplicates. It's going to be easier. I almost forgot to mention, it will cue you if you want to include annotations with or without them on the folder. So you can say like, no, copy without annotations is gonna just copy the folders, I mean the PDFs, no annotations on them, or just include annotations, or just hit just include annotations. If I go to my duplicates, and again, it seems that it's it's not that useful because there are just a few records here, only 45. But imagine that you have hundreds of records here. I can click on the gear icon. I can select dedupe preferences. And as you can see here, it will identify the duplicates that I have within a folder. So I can manually check them. See, for example, say that this one has annotations. It has annotations on this. So I can just delete the one that has no annotations on them and keep the one with annotations. Or let's say that I just want to remove the whole duplicates that are found in this folder. It will cue you if you want just to delete them all or keep the annotated folders. I will say let's delete all. I don't want any duplicates on my folder. So as you can see here, it's magic. Now I don't have any duplicates on this folder. Okay, so we also released recently another way of adding or importing citations. So I'm going to create real quick another folder that is called list of IDs. Here, I will not set any description just right now. So I have prepared a list of DOIs. And you can actually mix DOIs and PubMed IDs. I will click on add, then list of identifiers. I will copy and paste. As you can see, you can add up to 50 identifiers. The only catch is that you need to add one per line. So you can also select if you want to allow duplicates. In this case, I will not allow them. I'm just going to click import. I'm just realizing that I add them to the duplicates folder. That's okay. I just wanted to show you here. Let me do it again. And you see here, as you can see here, sometimes it is possible that a metadata is incomplete. So in this case, it's not showing a year of on the citation info. Even here, it's not showing either. That happens, but we also offer another really cool feature, which is called update all citations in folder. What this does is, if I click on it, of course, like I said, this is only 5 records on this folder. But imagine that there are like, I don't know, 60, 70 and you just want to retrieve or just get the newest fresh metadata. So I can do that. I'm going to click on update all citations in folder. It's going to rewrite, it's going to overwrite all the metadata on it. So I'm going to click just update in folder. It depends. It could take several minutes, depends on the amount of records that we have. So I don't think it's going to take that long because there are only 5 records. I get an email notification when this is done. Yep, I think I just got it. So I'm going to hit refresh. And you see, I mean, it's magic. It just retrieved the whole information. So now the citation, it's complete. This also works if, say, someone edit the metadata and it's not complete. It's just showing an author when it's in reality a list of authors. You can fix the metadata, the citation info, with this really useful tool. Almost there. The find PDFs in PDF library, what it does, it's basically I can add, an RIS file. I will show you right now. Again, in this duplicate folder, I think it's a good idea. I have a sample here. So this is an MB file. I'm going to drag and drop it right here. It's going to ask me if I want to import PDF. So basically what it does, it scans the citations against the PDF library. So if it finds any citations on my PDF library matching these citations, it will retrieve the PDFs automatically. So if I click just import matching PDFs, it's not going to take that long because it's 10 file item. You can see here it's processing my files. It's going to take just a few more seconds. If I hit reload, you see here for this folder, I have 3 items that I already own them. So this cow's milk protein allergy, I can work with it right away. Almost there. Now exporting. You can also export. I mean, as you can easily import content, you can export in the most common references management formats, RAS, BibTeX, Excel, CSV, RTF. And of course, if you have in this case, if I click or select bulk export PDFs, it will export in a zip file 3 of the 3 PDFs because there is the number of PDFs I have attached in this folder or the number of PDFs I can work with that I own in this folder. Now, also almost forgot to mention, and last but not least, we license another 2 products that work with AGR as well. And those are the reuse rights and air rights modules. The reuse rights, if I click on this, for example, allow your users to show the reuse rights you are granted for your literature according to your licenses, say CCC or CLA, for example, and we can seamlessly show them to you with a single click. So as you can see here, this one is it's an open access license, CC BY. That's why it's showing green across the board. So as you can see here, I have actually I reuse rights granted for everything I like. So let's see if I can get another. So I can show you another example that is not open access. This one works. So as you can see, I don't have access, or I can use it for myself or for internal use for external medical affairs, but I cannot use it for generative AI rights. And about the AI rights, you also might have noticed a bunch of white check marks on a blue circle and another light blue ones with an I on them right here. That's an indicator for our newest product we recently launched, and that is the AI rights, reuse AI rights. Very similar to the reuse AI rights, to the reuse rights, sorry. The AI rights module shows you if that article citation you're working with can be legally used for AI purposes, such as extract entities, snippets, and insights from the article for internal use, including summarization. This is granted by some publishers we already have agreements with. There are more to come in the next months. They are in negotiations right now. If you are interested in this new product, please don't hesitate to contact our sales team or your account manager. We have the pleasure to have you as a customer already. And finally, to wrap this up, and also I'd like to show you that we offer a Microsoft Word add-in to save you a lot of time by helping you referencing your research article while you write it. It is seamlessly connected to your AGR folders, so it makes super easy to add references to your articles. I'll give you a quick demo right now. So I want to bring this one right here. I have an add-in. So if you see here that it's showing my folders, if I go to my November demo, let's say that I want to cite this text, this paragraph. I'm going to click insert citation. Interesting. Right now it's giving me an error. We'll look into it because I know we're on the time. And we finally reached the end of my demo today. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you found this useful and informative. And I'll hand it back to you, Julia. I know that we're on over time.
No
So
worries. Thank you so much, Juan, for that comprehensive demo. I know we have some questions here. I will say just real quick before I dive into them, I added a link just a few moments ago with a link to our sales page. If you're interested in learning more about what you saw today, maybe you don't know who your account manager is, feel free to reach out through that form, and then we'll be happy to set you up with a demo. If you want to test it with a trial account, we're happy to accommodate that. Great. So the first question I can see is, how does the references word add-in tie into this, and can it be used as a replacement for EndNote or other similar citation tools?
that's a terrific question, and that's what I wanted to showcase. I mean, the last thing that I wanted to showcase. I don't know why it's kind of embarrassing that it's showing me an error message right now, but it basically what it does. I mean, you can see that you can have all your organized information in folders. You can just easily click on insert citations, and at the very end you can just click on add biography, and it will help you basically references all your research article.
Awesome. Yeah. And if you still want to see that, definitely feel free to reach out via that page, or if you have a contact, and we'd be happy to show it to you as well. Okay. Can I have a global, like company-wide tag? I hope I understand that question correctly.
That's a great question. I mean, that's a terrific idea. I mean, honestly, I think it is something that we don't offer right now, but we can definitely work, I mean, on add that enhancement, improve that tag functionality. Yeah, that's an awesome feedback, by the way.
Awesome. We'll make a note of it. That's
Mhm.
great. Okay, and the last one that I can see here is more of a comment. Even if I share my folder, it should still remain my folder, right?
That's another terrific question. I mean, if you share your folder, it will actually go public. So there is a way that actually you can unshare a folder. I mean, but it will not be just only your folder. I mean, it will become, like I said, public, a share folder. And as I mentioned already, again, you can make it unshared, but the short answer is no. I mean, it's not going to be just only your folder.
Awesome. Okay, great. That's on the hour mark, and we were able to answer your questions. I'm happy about that. If any additional questions do come up, you know how to find us. I'll add just one last resource. It's an ebook. If you click the link, you'll get direct access to it. No need to fill out another form. It also talks about reference management. I think you'll find it super helpful. So feel free to grab the link while we're still on. And with that being said, thank you so much for spending this hour with us. We hope you found it useful. Thank you so much, Juan, for the demo. And yeah, have a great rest of your day and see you on the next webinar.
Thank you for having me here. See you all.